So Warner Brothers wants people to forget what's going on with the Aquaman franchise and a certain nameless person, so they've decided to roll out yet another thing. And you know what it is failing and then some. See, Warner's big plan to make you forget is to release a cartoon in a style that nobody wants, something that looks pretty awful, by the way. Maybe they figure if you dislike this thing enough, then maybe, just maybe, Aquaman 2, it'll look like a nice alternative. Oh man, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. Warner, what are you thinking? So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. One thing before we get started, we have a link at the top of the description. That's for our new comic book coming up soon. Check that out, more on the end of the video, and thank you in advance. So when I first saw advertisements for this popping up, I thought two things. Number one, Warner is desperate to make you forget about a certain nameless person and all the controversy that is attached to the second Aquaman movie. And number two, Warner is desperate, very, very desperate to convince you that Aquaman, it needs to be a franchise. Now, as far as the product that they're trying to market to, well, let me give you a little snippet here to show you the high quality that you're in store for.
Is there a different throne we could...
And if you're thinking that this looks like a whole lot of awful that you've seen fail in the past, well, you would be absolutely right. This is from the creators of another franchise that failed as well. And the funny thing about that franchise, it, just like Aquaman 2, was known for going after quote-unquote fans when they didn't like some of the reactions there. Yeah, apparently you're going to have a product that you didn't want. Again, it's a deflection product at that. And that product, if you don't like it, well, they're probably going to treat you just like they want to treat you when it comes to you not liking Aquaman 2. Now, I want to show you the reaction that people have had to this, too. I mean, after all, a lot of the comments here are quite entertaining, but the true reaction that tells you that they have done real damage to the Aquaman franchise is the lack of interest that people have in this. I mean, look at these numbers right here. These are absolutely pathetic. When you think this is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, it's attached to Warner, it's attached to HBO Max, and yet, after a day plus of being out there, it's only garnered 81,437 views. That's right. The real fail in this is that they have taken a franchise that people actually liked, and they have turned it into something that if people aren't reacting to it negatively, they're not reacting to it at all. I mean, look at the numbers here in upvotes versus downvotes, too. Currently, it has more upvotes than downvotes at 3,200, but still, you're already at the point. People haven't noticed this enough, but still, you're already at the point. 1,500 downvotes and counting. Now, to give you a really accurate assessment of what people think about this, too, check out some of these comments here. Christ, HBO Max, why do you have to Thundercats roar are most like DC movies? That's true, by the way. Why do you have to take a franchise that is doing well, considerably well, and do everything that you can to make it fail? From, again, bringing on a certain nameless person to going Thundercats roar? Why do you think they're doing that? I mean, this stuff, it boggles the mind. Here's another one here. This show, ew, I'm just going to stick with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. And you know what's funny about this? Somebody named Dookie is calling your show bleh. Here's another one. After years of being a laughingstock, James Wan and Jason Momoa gave us an Aquaman everyone could take seriously, and then this. That's right. And you know what's funny about this? James Wan is also bringing you this, and we're going to talk about why in just a moment. Here's yet another. Fans, is there a different animation we could? Warner Brothers, no. Exactly. See, maybe this is a tad conspiratorial, but I don't actually think that those 3,200 upvotes are people that sat down and watched this and thought, yeah, I like this. I think that they're people that actually work at Warner Brothers, or maybe their bots are on, because when you look at the comments, well, all of the comments pretty much universally despise what's going on. This rubbery, low-budget art style is the worst, so soulless and corporate. They must have hired the guy who did this knowing he was really, really cheap quality. Let's give it another chance to the guy that everybody hates because he destroyed a beloved franchise to do the same thing to another character. What could go wrong, Warner? Again, you look at the comments here. There aren't positive comments talking about this. Again, I don't think that those 3,200 upvotes, they come from human beings at all. Now, when it comes to that product, here's something that I want you to ask yourself. And I mean, really, really think about this answer. Why would Warner Brothers greenlight a product like that, knowing that it's going to be universally lambasted, knowing that it's going to be universally despised, and it's not going to give them the wins that they need? I mean, they need wins desperately, too, when it comes to the Warner franchise, but especially when it comes to HBO Max. That thing, it is stalled out. That is supposed to be the thing that's going to save the company as well. It's not doing anything at all, and this could actually backfire. It could damage HBO Max, but it could also damage their brand when it comes to Aquaman. In my opinion, it's to divert away from the brand damage that is a certain nameless person, and to possibly give James Wan something that he can focus on that isn't Aquaman too. Why? Because he's cracking up under the pressure, and you can see it real time. I've noted this in another video, but look at this here. You have pre-Aquaman, you have the normal advertisements that you would get. You have quite a bit of commentary. The comments, too, are overwhelmingly positive. And then you get to Aquaman, and you'll notice he did something that he has never, ever done. He shuts down the commentary on it because he can't take the pressure to it. Again, he's cracking up, and so is Warner Brothers. He does this for 2 posts. Everybody and their mama, including the media, they talk about that. So he decides he's going to turn the comments back on. And you know what he gets when he turns the comments back on and he starts talking about Aquaman too? He gets the blowback you would think he would get. Oh, not watching this with a certain nameless person. That certain nameless person, they need to go. Yeah, not going to support this with that certain nameless person in it. It comes up over and over and over again. They need something to help out James Wan. They need something to help out their franchise. And really, they consider, I mean, think about this, that cartoon less damaging to their franchise than Aquaman 2 is right now. Yeah, I think that says something. It says that this stuff, it is a dire disarray. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. That link that I mentioned as well, that's for a new comic book coming up soon. It's for the sign up for it. See, we can complain about these companies ruining everything. Or we can go out, we can do our own thing. That's what we're trying to do. But we need your help with it. So check that out. Thank you. Also, let me know, like I said, what you think about this stuff. Again, thank you. Appreciate the heck out of you. Going to end here. Thank you again. See you soon.